Good morning. It's Nikki Moeller with Remax Results. And I thought this would be a good subject. I am in front of a stucco home. And what you see happening over here in the background is we're getting a stucco test done. And there is not a problem with stucco. It actually gets a super bad rap. What the problem becomes is when it is it's window flashing, what the board is behind the window flashing, and then kind of how do we get drainage away from the house when stucco homes were built. And it's kind of roughly like 1989 to probably 2010, just roughly, is when we know of concerns with stucco. And it's really is the water able to get away from the property, and is it flashed correctly? So they basically drill little holes right underneath each window, and then they get caulked. So it's considered invasive, but let me just show you what that looks like. So tiny little holes. And then they basically take a moisture reading there. Something to look at when you're looking at stucco homes. So this one actually, the stucco is all the way up to the windows. So we usually say it's not a stucco issue, it's a window flashing issue. And then if you see, this one goes all the way down to the grade. So really, I mean, what we recommend is that drilling you hear is a stucco test, a stucco moisture test, just to know if there's anything that you need to be concerned about when you're purchasing or selling a home. But as a home seller, just be prepared for the buyer's going to want to do a stucco test. And the holes are about this big. They come back and they fill them in. So then they get a moisture reading.
Yeah. The green means to the painters, have at it.
Yeah.
With lumber.
Yeah.
And the yellow means it's awful close to being a little damp. You're going to be disappointed in the paint drying.
Got it.
Red means don't paint.
Got it.
Blair.
Okay. 30.3. So where you see these little drips underneath the window, that actually is a good sign on this one, because it means that the moisture is being released from the window.
Slightest hint.
And again, when you see these cracks, it's pretty common with stucco. It will crack. So they drill these small holes and then put the moisture probe into the holes.
Rattle on the whole window, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
So 10.4 on this one. We really want to be around 8, max of about 16.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, see, I can poke through that. It feels punky and soft always.
Okay.
So punky and soft doesn't mean beans out here.
Right.
Just, well, that's the good stuff.
So this is called. So this is called
Buffalo board.
buffalo board.
And you'll want a close-up shot of it because there's water stains on it.
Okay.
A lot of water moving through there, and
Right.
it's just
But it's meant to do that.
Meant
It's
to
allowed
handle
to.
it.
Right.
It's oil. It's oil on paper. And it takes a massive amount of saturation for it to ever fall apart. Great stuff. My house has it. Yeah.
So really, the goal is to always have just an actual board, not OSB board, preferably, right? If it's a stucco
right.
house, and this is better than
By
normal
no means
board.
is this real lumber.
Okay.
This is a manufactured paper product
Oh, it is. Okay.
that got away with murder because it's full of oil.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's great stuff.
Right. Because the only thing, I mean, nobody's ever said anything about using buffalo board as a backer.
Yeah.
It's always been just plywood or OSB, and if it's OSB, it's shit. Don't do it.
You very well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
very
no one
well said.
ever said anything about buffalo board. So that's.
Well, because it kind of died.
Yeah.
They don't. Well, that's not true either. They make a little modified one yet.
Because I would use it for models in school.
There you go. But you can buy it at Menards. Still, I like it.
Okay.
In fact, now that I think of it, my house has brick front and vinyl siding everywhere else. There isn't a dime's worth of paper on my house, including the brick. Just buffalo board.
So here is what happens when they patch the little holes here, and then it dries clear. So they basically just get caulked, and that's where the moisture reader's been. So okay, so the moral of the story on this particular property was we were able to gain access into the lower level through a drop ceiling to see what the board was behind the stucco. And in this case, it's a product called buffalo board, which actually has a lot of oil in it and allows the moisture to get away from the house, which is awesome. So the concern with stucco is always, it's the flashing. It is, what is the board? Because if there is a problem, if it's OSB board, it actually tends to disintegrate behind the stucco. And so what you really want to see is this buffalo board or a traditional board, so that you know that the moisture is not getting trapped inside your house and then disintegrating a potential wall, basically is what's going on there. So hope it's helpful. Any real estate related needs, always call or text 612-306-8500.